and welcome to Carol's Universe. Thank you so much for joining me on this video today. So I thought I'd come back with another of my kind of advice, I suppose, videos. You'll remember a few weeks ago I did a video on 6 steps to how to deal with negative people, and I did say I'd be coming back with another video which would be on some manifestation tips. How do we manifest our greatest desires? Today's video is called 6 steps to manifesting our desires. Me, everybody's living the law of attraction. The law of attraction is whereby we're attracting in different circumstances every single day of our lives. You can either be a deliberate creator or someone who just creates by default. So you're just living your life, you're creating all sorts of situations, but you're not really aware that you're actually creating it. When you're aware that you're creating it, it simply means that you can change the things that you do. So things I feel are out of our control completely, like third world hunger, that type of thing. People starving in third world countries or whatever, or you know, people who are caught up in war-torn countries. I don't believe that people have attracted in those situations. I just feel that that is unfortunately what they have been born into, that type of thing. But the type of attraction I'm talking about is when you're physically attracting in, you're literally seeing patterns of behaviour going on in your life. This a few weeks ago I attracted something into my life that was wonderful, absolutely wonderful, and it's been going really, really well. I don't talk much about my private life, but it's been going very, very well. It's not a romantic situation, it's something else, but this was simply by me kind of doing a meditation and just, you know, saying to the universe, I would like this, and really knowing that I wanted it and knowing the reasons for wanting it. The universe brought something to me. It wasn't the exact thing that I asked for, but it was something that is giving me the same feelings as if I'd had that thing that I asked for in a roundabout way. So really what I wanted to do today, guys, this is a long video, so if you want to get a cup of tea or, you know, a snack to eat, please do so. Put me on pause and do so, because it's a bit of a long video. But I feel that this is essential to helping others attracting things that they want. And really kind of from my own point of view, talking about how I feel the law of attraction works, and really kind of trying to dispel a few myths about the law of attraction. We need to be absolutely realistic about what we feel we can attract and what we feel is out of our domain, if that makes any sense to you. I feel that if you're realistic, and when I say realistic, if what it is that you're looking to attract is completely in alignment with who you are as a person, then I feel that you've got a better chance of doing it. So for example, you might ask for £10 million on the lottery, but it might simply be a wish, because you may not really feel that you're going to get £10 million on the lottery, but you might just feel, but by saying the words, by visualising it, that it's going to happen. And I feel that the law of attraction, I feel that the universe, I feel that this whole thing of manifestation is a lot more deeper than that. I learned that just because we ask for something, it doesn't mean that the universe is actually going to bring that very thing back to you. It can do, absolutely, and many people have done it, but what I feel that people need to do is that they need to be realistic, like absolutely be self-aware about what they're doing and how they're going about doing it. So, for example, you may ask the universe for, as I've said, £10 million. Your reasons for doing that. What are the reasons for wanting to win the lottery, for example? Well, one of the reasons is freedom. Money equals freedom, it equals choice. When you've got lots of money, you can pick and choose what you want to do. So all those people who have been very successful with having a lottery win, they're able to buy nice houses wherever they want, nice cars, they're able to go on holiday whenever they want, they're able to give up a job that they probably didn't like, they're able to do all sorts of things. So I feel that money, and having a lot of money, it's more about the choice rather than the money, because you can be just as unhappy with a lot of money than you can be unhappy without it. So I feel that if you are realistic with your aims, in other words, instead of saying, universe, I want £10 million on the lottery, and trying to manifest this thing year in and year out until it tires you out and you become despondent with the law of attraction, I feel the best thing to say is, universe, I would like stability, I would like happiness, I would like to be financially stable, I would like to have choice, I'd just like to have a lot, you know, freedom, universe, and I'd just like to be happy within my life. And then what the universe is able to do then, it's able then to give you more options. It's able then to send a lot of more stuff out to you that is going to kind of fulfill that need within you. Whereas if you just limit what you want to one thing, like a lottery win, like a lot of money, I feel that what that does then is it limits your choices. So that when the lottery win, or if the lottery win doesn't come through for you, you become despondent. So I feel it's very important with step one to be realistic. Not only be realistic with what you want, but also know the underlying reasons for it. Because when you know the underlying reasons for what it is that you're asking the universe for, you can't really be surprised or despondent by what the universe sends back to you. When we're in alignment with our desires, we're kind of there. We're there with it. We know that this is us. We are the desire is us. When we are asking the universe to deliver to us someone who is everything that we would want, we have to be in alignment with that desire. And when I say that we've got to be in alignment with that desire, what I mean is that you not only feel that you can have that, you also feel that you kind of are that. But let's just say that you want a really successful partner to come into your life. You want him or her to be, engaging, funny, to be perhaps really successful in business, to be, to travel, to be really ambitious, blah blah blah. All of these so-called good things, whatever it is that you want, you're asking the universe for in a partner. Now, you might ask for that particular type of male or female, but do you actually feel that you're at that point yourself, or in some capacity? You don't have to be all the way there. So you might not have travelled much. You might be happy in a certain point in your life, and you may not have that many more, that much more ambitions to do this, do that, do the other. But you might simply just be happy in what you do, okay? And that is enough to attract in someone who is, who's probably travelled the world, who's probably successful in this, successful in that, a millionaire, whatever, okay? But do you feel that you're at that point where you are ready and you are able to accept that type of person into your life? Because if you aren't, then I feel that you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities here. I feel that a lot of people have a lot of dreams, okay? So a lot of people would be like, oh, wouldn't it be marvellous to be with Brad Pitt? Wouldn't it be marvellous to be with George Clooney? Wouldn't it be marvellous to be with this type of man or this type of woman? Wouldn't it be marvellous to be with Halle Berry? Wouldn't it be marvellous to be with this type of person, okay? Anyone who it is that represents success to them, wouldn't it be marvellous? But do you feel successful in your life? This is really what I'm getting at. Do you feel like you are that success at whichever capacity that is, okay? You don't have to be a movie star. You don't have to be a rock star. You don't have to be, an owner of a multi-billionaire company. But you have to feel successful, and you have to feel confident enough to have someone come into your life if you're asking for those things. So what I'm saying is that when we're in alignment with our desires, all it simply means is that we're at a point where we're kind of matching that thing that we're asking for. So we're in a vibrational sync with that desire. If you're not there, then I feel that it's either going to be the case of that you'll attract that person into your life, but it won't be sustained. You won't be able to sustain it because that really won't be who you are as a person. The dream is better than the reality. Do you see where I'm coming from? Okay? Or it will simply be that the universe will just keep giving you exactly who you are. So if you're not feeling very confident, if you're feeling really down about yourself, if you're feeling in a place of feeling really insecure, if you feel that you don't deserve certain things, then really the universe will just bring you exactly what it is that you're feeling a lot of the time, okay? Somebody might come into your life that starts off looking like they're all those things that you wanted, but it might be a case of that they turn out not to be. So I feel that when we're in alignment with our desires, which is when we're on the same page as that desire, it's easier for the universe to come back and bring us exactly what it is that we want. So this goes back really to point one of being realistic with yourself and being honest with yourself. Honesty when manifesting something is really, really important, because if you're not honest with what it is that you're looking to manifest, then you're going to actually get back a lot of surprises, Okay, this is how I feel. I've experienced it for myself, so I feel that I kind of know what I'm talking about here. The law of attraction, a lot of people feel that it's just a genie in a bottle. You know, you just got to rub that bottle 3 times and a genie's going to come out and it's going to grant all your wishes and everything's going to be fine. I don't believe in that at all. I feel that it just runs so much deeper than that, so much deeper. So being in alignment with those things is important, because remember one thing, you might manifest something that you want, but can you sustain it? Will it be sustained, or will it be just something that is very kind of flippant and it just kind of, it's a fly-by-night thing, and as soon as it comes in, it goes out again? So be realistic, be in alignment with your desires. If you want someone who is confident, who is all that, who is, you know, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're looking to attract, whether that's a job, whether that's a partner, whatever it is that you feel you want to attract, just know that at some point or somewhere within you, you've got to kind of be out, number one, be in sync with that desire. So you've got to kind of be feeling that little bit of confidence too. And number two, just remember that at the end of the day, if you're not in alignment with that, then you're probably not going to be able to sustain that manifestation. And also remember another thing, if you're not in alignment with your desire, it might be the case that it just doesn't show up at all. I feel that gratitude is really, really important. In fact, I feel that it's the most important step in manifesting our deepest desires. Because I feel that I mean, it's amazing how all of this ties in. It really is. It ties in with alignment. It ties in with being realistic about our desires. You may, and I feel that, you know, a lot of the time, the 2 things that people try and manifest the most, as far as I'm concerned, is money and love. These are the 2 strongest things that I feel a lot of people try and manifest in their everyday life. And I feel that when you're at a point in your life where you're finding it difficult to accept where you are, when you're complaining, when you're moaning, when you're depressed, consistently depressed about your life, all you really tend to do is attract in more of the same thing. Okay, so you tend to attract in more of the same conditions. So for example, you have $20 or £20 left in your bank account and it's the middle of the month, and you're saying to the universe, you can approach this really 2 ways. You can say to the universe, man, you know what, I'm sick of being broke all the time. I'm absolutely fed up with it. You know, I'm sick of not having any money. I'm sick of this, I'm sick of that, I'm sick of the other. And you're really moaning about it and you're really depressed about it. And everything that is bad in your life is centred around that $20 or £20 that is present in your bank account. So you say to the universe, for goodness sake, just send me some money, just send me something. The universe, in my opinion, in my experience, either doesn't send it to you or it just sends you another bill. Because your feelings that are being put out into the universe are one of lack. So what you're doing is you're just attracting in more lack. More and more and more and more lack. Because you're not vibrationally in sync with what it is that you want, which is more money. However, the other side of the coin is you could say to the universe, you know what? I've got £20 in my account, but you know what? Thank you for that £20. I've paid all my bills, and this £20 will help me to buy more food. This £20 is going to help me to get on a bus to work. And you know what? I'm not worried about anything, because I know, universe, that you're actually going to bring more in. I feel it. I feel that more money is coming my way. I'm not worried about a thing, because I know that God and I know the universe are taking care of stuff for me. So I'm not worried about it. I feel that money. More money is coming. Yes, I've got £20 in my account. Thank you, Lord, for that £20. And now I look forward to having more money come in. Do you see the difference? On the first scenario, my voice is down. I'm depressed. My energy is down. And what I'm sending out to the universe is just directly bringing in more lack. But on the second scenario, I'm thankful for what I have. I'm grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for this £20. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for life. Thank you for breath, because I'm breathing, and where there is breathing, there is hope. It means I can still go out there and take action and do stuff. It's gratitude. When you're grateful, the universe loves it. The universe loves it when we are happy and grateful for what we've got. Now, I'm not saying that if you are in a really bad place in your life that it's easy to be grateful. I've been there. I've been there at times in the past where I've been so angry. And I've screamed at God and I've screamed at the universe. And I've said, why me? Why are you doing this? Why do I have to live like this? I'm sick of it. I hate my job. I really, really hate my job. I've been there. There was no change. And it made me feel more and more down. But then when I started to try for myself, and when I started to kind of turn the corner and I said, you know what? I'm feeling tired right now, but Lord, I know you got my back. I know you've got my back and I'm not worried about a thing. That's when God suddenly, and the universe, they just suddenly turn around and just suddenly start to say, there you are. Your feelings are so different. What's coming out to us is so different. Now we can respond by sending you, by mirroring what it is that you're feeling. So when you're in I'm not saying that you need to be jumping through hoops if you're living off $1 a day or £1 a day. It's not easy to do that, because if you're eating really bad food because that's all that you can afford, your brain probably isn't going to be the best, because food does feed the brain. Good food does feed the brain. But what I'm saying is, if you can find one thing in your life that you can be grateful for, so you got $20, £20 in your account, but you got your wonderful pet there by your side, your trusty dog, or you've got a good friend, or you've got a sister that loves you, or you've got a mother that loves you, or a father that loves you, or your kids that love you. You know, I've been through times in my life when I've had nothing at all, but I had a great family that loved me. I've been through Christmases in the past where we've had no money at all. I've lived on my own, and my sister has said, no, come down and be a part of my family. Okay, we're all kind of broke this Christmas, but we've got each other and it's going to be lovely. And do you know what? That Christmas has turned out to be wonderful. And my life just keeps getting better and better and better and better because I feel better inside. Yes, there are still things that I want to change about who I am, about my life, but I know that God's got my back. And I know that the more that I feel positive and the more that I feel grateful, the more that God and the universe just keep bringing wonderful things in to my life. And yes, even if things haven't gone great, even when I'm feeling good, I know there's a reason for that. And I know that there is a better route around the corner. So gratitude is always important. In fact, it's the most important step as far as I'm concerned in manifesting a desire. It really is. Because when you're coming from a truthful place of gratitude, the universe just smiles on you and it just says, you know what? We can now work together. We can now work in this. We can send you out stuff now. Because your feelings are what is actually attracting your conditions. To expect your manifestation to be fulfilled. Now, when I say to expect it, I don't mean think about it 24 hours of the day, okay? Because that doesn't work as far as I'm concerned when you're just completely thinking about it in a negative way, like you're acknowledging your lack. Because I feel that when you are consistently thinking about what it is that you want to manifest, and you're thinking about it from a viewpoint of you don't have it, then I feel that that kind of is counterproductive. When I talk about expectation, I mean silent confidence that it's going to happen for you. I mean going about your life, doing what you do, but just knowing inside that this thing is going to show up for you at some point during your life. I feel that when we expect the best out of life, we can only ever get the best. Now, this doesn't mean that things aren't going to kind of go up and down sometimes, because that's life for you. Life is up and down. That's what happens in life. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, how good looking you are, how average you are, whatever. How successful you are, how unsuccessful you are. Everybody has their own cross to bear. Everybody goes through the highs and everybody goes through the lows. Some people's lows are smaller, they're much more minimal than others, but everybody has to go through troughs and peaks. It's just the way that life is. But I feel that no matter what goes on in your life, if you can always just expect the best and always just expect that things are going to turn out okay, they generally do. Clearing blockages is really important, okay? So, for example, You want a lot more money in your bank account, but you're consistently thinking about what you don't have. You want something, but you're coming from a place of lack. When we come from a place of lack, that presents a blockage, okay? You want that £20,000 or $20,000 car, okay? But you're in a lot of debt already. So you're thinking, okay, I've got a lot of debt and I'm not exactly paying my debt, but I want a £20,000 car. How do you expect the universe to help you or to give you this desire when you've got a lot of baggage and you've got a lot of backed up negativity there? I don't believe it can happen, okay? So what's the way forward with that? What's the way forward with clearing a blockage? Well, if you have a lot of debt, but yet you're wanting more money, then surely what you need to do is to be trying to clear that debt first. So the first step, instead of asking the universe and saying, universe, I want $20,000 or £20,000 for this sparkly new car. But then you've got a lot of debt there. So this is presenting something in your head. This is kind of giving you worries. This is making you feel anxious. How are you going to manifest a £20,000 motor when you've got a lot of debt that you're not paying there? So to my mind, surely I feel it would be best to say, universe, I've got all this debt here. What I'd like to manifest is a way to clear this debt. The universe can then turn around and start sending you options. I feel that clearing blockages is really important before you can have any type of manifestation come in. I really believe that, especially when it's to do with money. A blockage is really just an idea a lot of the time as well. So for example, you want to attracting that wonderful person into your life who is, you know, funny, positive, jovial, happy, successful, all of that type of thing. But then you've got a lot of baggage with past relationships, and past relationships have made you feel uncomfortable. They've made you feel pessimistic about men or pessimistic about women. So surely before attracting a particular person into your life that you really want, surely you need to deal with your own demons first. So for me, clearing blockages is dealing with your demons before you can have the good stuff come in. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you are looking to attract more stuff into your life, good stuff into your life, but then you've got stuff that you haven't dealt with, all you're trying to do is mask stuff. So if you want to manifest good stuff into your life, but you've got a blockage there, whether that's to do with how you feel about relationships, whether it's to do with how you handle money, whether it's to do with any debts that you've got, whatever that blockage is, it needs to be cleared. Because unless you clear that blockage, I feel that the universe either isn't going to send in what you want, or it will send in what you want, but yet again, how can it be sustained? So I feel that in order to manifest our deepest desires, we need to work with the things that we fear, firstly. We need to work with the things that are creating negativity within us. Because when we do that, it just makes it far more pleasurable when what it is that we truly desire finally surfaces. A lot of people, why do we ask for more money? Why do we ask for better relationships? Why do we ask for anything in our lives? It's because we can see the contrast of where it is that we are at the moment. And I just feel that a lot of the time we'll put an intention out there to the universe. We'll ask the universe for something. We'll say, universe, I would like to manifest blah, blah, blah. And then we're not able to let go of it. Every day we're checking the lottery numbers. Did mine come up? Every day we're going out to work. Where is that man? Where is that woman that I asked the universe for? Are they going to be on the bus today? Will I meet this person tomorrow? You know? We want a nicer house, a bigger house. Where's the money coming from it? I'm waiting for the money from the universe. So it's always a waiting game. It's always waiting on the universe to bring the stuff in. It's always keeping your eye on that thing, thinking that today is going to be the day that it shows up. And you know what? I feel that when you are going into manifesting anything in your life with that kind of attitude, with that kind of intention, I feel that very rarely it does show up. Or it just takes a very, very, very long time. Whereas if you can say to the universe, universe, I'd like to manifest this thing. And then you put out the actions there to do it. But then you're letting it go. This is what happens. This is what happens. It starts to show up because you've let it go. You're not staying attached to the outcome. But really you're just kind of letting the universe be free. Because one thing I feel that people miss out with the law of attraction is that the universe has work to do as well. The universe, I don't feel, has things just stored up like that. Sometimes the universe has to sift through all the data. And then when it finds the correct thing for you, that's when it comes back to you. This is what I feel a lot of the time can be happening. There have been plenty of times in my life where I have asked the universe, where I've said to the universe, universe, I would like this. So I've set the intention, I've put the intention out there. And the very thing I asked for has come back 2 years later. Let go. Be patient. Get on with your life. Set your intention. Do your meditation if you want. Do your visualization. Whatever techniques that you want to do in order to manifest what you want. But know that there's a point that you're going to have to just let go of it. When you don't let go of something, it simply means that you're still stuck in lack. Lack is still very much at the top of your thoughts. You're still thinking about where you are as opposed to where you want to be. And you're still recognizing that you're not there. Whereas that when you're letting go, it simply means that you're enjoying the dance of life. You're able, no matter where you are in life, you're able to let go and just enjoy the dance of life. And when you're enjoying the dance of life, that is truly when you're actually in alignment with what you want. Because there is no difference between where you are and where your desire is. You're simply just immersing yourself in life. It's as simple as that for me. So, guys, I would like to say thank you very much for joining me on this video. I really hope that those points of manifesting your desires are helpful to someone. I had a lot of lessons to learn, a lot, when I was starting out with the law of attraction. And I'm still learning lessons every day, all the time, all the time. But I really feel that the less desperate that you are to have stuff manifest or to have something manifest within your life, whatever that desire might be, the less attached you are to it, the less kind of thirsty, I suppose, that you are for it. It simply means that you're able to have it come into your life. I feel that when you're really kind of like in a place of lack, so you're consistently focusing on the contrast within your life, I feel that it's more difficult for something to enter it. But when you're able to let go and just let God, believe me, I promise you now, things do happen. Miracles always happen. And it's a wonderful thing when they actually do. Thank you for your time, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.